Yeah, sure.
Hey everyone, sorry we're a little late, but blame it on me. I was late. Anyways, we're back to first place. Today we have the honor of first playing Mountains of Madness by IELLO, which is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Which, if you don't know who that is, shame on you. You can't call yourself a geek without knowing who that is. So I strongly suggest you go read his books. This is based on one of his pivotal novels, At the Mountains of Madness, which. Guillermo Toro is going to do a movie, is doing a movie, will eventually do a movie, I don't know. Anyway, it's a really cool story about like this expedition that goes to Antarctica, climbs up the mountains, finds ancient ruins, and the stuff they should not have found inside. Problem is, between lack of oxygen and the Cthulhu mythos basically makes you go insane the more you find out about it. Things don't go well for the expedition. So us are gonna do that today because we're crazy, right? So our objective is going to be to reach the start down here at the coast, climb up the mountain, find the city, and then go, oh my god, we want to get out of here and escape on that edge of madness. Was there supposed to be more than one tile on that edge of madness? No, just one?
Just one.
Because I thought you'd get through multiple of those. We'll find out here. Oh, here they are. You have to go there and then escape.
Yeah, you have to go through the escape.
Alright, so you will see our plane right over there, which will mark our progress up the mountain. Oh. So we're going to start down here at the coast. And, and we'll get on a space. And we will climb up the mountains, maybe go back down the mountain for whatever reason, go sideways, etc., etc. But the end objective is to go over there. Okay. Now, this game can end horribly in a number of ways, like most cooperative games do. We can all die horribly, we can all go insane, we can never make it off the mountain. But once we make it off the mountain, that's not the end of it. If we end up making it off the mountain with more injuries than we've acquired artifacts, the cost of the expedition was too high in terms of a human sacrifice, and we still lose the game. Right? Okay. So this game's I mean, the instructions are super easy to read. I read them last night in about 15 minutes. Shelby's got them on there right now, so we're going to have her do the first read through, just because that way we can do first play. But everything looks pretty cool. Yeah. The pieces are awesome. The plane's painted. Shits are pretty solid. Kudos to IELLO on making a great game so far. We'll see how it plays. What's interesting is that this game is cooperative, but it's got a madness aspect. Each one of us at the beginning of the game was dealt one card. Now, the leader of the expedition decides which players get the madness. However, it seemed fair to give everybody something to be wonky about. And you guys will see us act out in a different way during the second phase, the encounter phase, where we decide what cards to put out to beat whatever challenge we have over there. Okay? So there will be a reason why people are not acting right, and we don't know what it is. I don't know if it's worth we don't have a good way to show you the madness cards. Maybe at the end we'll go over what our madness cards were. Now, there are 3 levels of madness. If you pick up a second level madness, we will discard level 1 madness. So you can stop being that kind of crazy and be a different kind of crazy. There is, in the book, an expert variant they talk about. If you think that this game gets too easy for you after you play it several times, you can build up madnesses instead of discarding them. Okay? So, madnesses can be cured. There are ways to cure madnesses, and I think last part will be this component, the time. When we discuss our options and things like that, we have 30 seconds. The timer comes into play. We will probably not play with this one the first turn, just so we understand better what is going on. Then we'll make a decision on the second turn if we or not. Penalty dice, we can talk about that in a minute, but basically, if anything that has to do with Cthulhu and there's dice involved, you're best not rolling that die. It's usually a bad idea. So, anyway. Okay, I think that's yibba yabber. We set up the game for the number of people, which is 5 is max. Yep. Okay, so we got a full house. And without further ado, let's proceed down the instructions and see what we have to do.
Alright. So John went over a lot of it, but we will
Yep.
step by step. So the first step is movement phase. These are all listed on your character sheet here. During movement phase, the leader, which we have decided is John because he was the last to climb a mountain and reach the summit, he is going to choose which direction to move the expedition.
Okay. So we're going to put the plane somewhere in the middle. Yeah, put it right there. That's fine. Okay. Because that'll give us the ability to go left or right if you want to, and maybe up the mountain if we want to. Okay, plane moves to an adjacent space the next turn. Okay.
Right. So the leader puts the chosen tile in front of them and puts the airplane in the now empty space for proceeding.
So
Encounter
give me that
phase.
tile. Thank you. All right. Now I have an encounter tile in front of me of the coast. These, I'm guessing, will go up in difficulty. We'll see what happens.
Alright, so you can make this decision collectively. Take the time to reflect on the best direction to take, even if everyone else disagrees. The leader has the final say which direction the plane goes. Okay?
Everybody okay with being in the middle?
That's fine.
Okay.
You cannot stay in the same space. You can never choose to stay in the same space as your movement. You have to go somewhere. Okay. Once the expedition reaches the edge of madness tile, you can no longer descend from the mountain.
Once we get up there, there's no coming back down.
Okay.
Makes sense.
During the movement phase, the leader can decide to discard one or more leadership tokens. Every token discarded will allow one player, chosen by the leader, to ignore their madness card for the rest of the turn. Move any discarded leadership tokens from the sled board to the leadership token discard area on the board. So,
Which is, I think, over there on the left, if I remember.
yeah. Right here.
Okay.
Alright. You can move onto a space that does not have a tile.
Yep.
If you will not gain any rewards, but you still have 2 challenges to overcome, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you look at it, underneath each tile, there's a space that has a print on it, and that tells you basically what the challenge is to overcome there. And challenges are basically you have to meet. Go ahead, finish that.
Well, it's
It's
fine. It's the next phase.
Okay.
Okay, so encounter phase begins as soon as the leader turns over the encounter tile in front of them and ends as soon as the sand timer runs out.
Dun 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 dun. So
Okay.
we're not playing with the timer this first round. Yeah? We have endless ice, and basically it's also got little excerpts from the book. So
That's
in
cool.
the wind across the endless leagues of the frozen plateau. Anyway, so our reward for completing this challenge will be to gain a piece of arcane equipment. This is ultimately what will help us meet some of these goals. Okay. Now, if you look at it, here we need to achieve 2 goals. One is a climbing equipment goal of 7 to 9. So looking at our cards, I'm gonna play these face up real quick just so people at home can see
Can you
them.
see the book real fast? Just for I have a quick question.
Of course.
There are numbers up top. Okay. So in here there's a range. I can't help you guys at all meeting this because it requires the climbing equipment, which I have none. I have crates and book, okay, and weapons, which I have none. 8 to 10. Okay, that is a range. We are going to then decide what to put on here, the group, to make those objectives. If we go over or under, we fail that
You go over.
or under. Okay, so if it's a range 7 to 9, the total combined total of
Climbing
equipment
gear
or weapons has to be weapons 8 to 10, equipment 7 to 9. Okay, some of them have an exact number. If we
Right.
muck it up, we fail that. Okay, now if we manage to achieve either one of these, we will get the reward. However, for each one that we fail, we take penalties. Okay, very important. It's a range, and this is the only time we can discuss these. And this is when our madness takes place.
Right.
This is when we act out whatever madness we've drawn. Okay?
One more second.
No, I'm not in a hurry. So, and then we'll go to the next phase. So right now, like I was saying, right, if we look at this, we need a range of 7 to 9 for the climbing equipment and an 8 to 10 for the weapons. I can't help you guys. There's nothing I can do. So you'll know that I won't put anything down. Now, very important. First person that puts down a card here stops the talking. Not allowed to talk anymore. If we do, we take an injury. Okay. So if you go, man, this leader sucks and we're not getting anything done, we're running out of time, and you're like, I'm just dropping that right now. Okay, kind of situation. That stops everybody can put stuff on there, and then we see what happens.
Okay.
We're both like.
I'm just reading that. So right now would be the discussion phase.
Yep.
We are not. It says most of the time, equipment cards in your hand must remain a secret. So then, how are you supposed to discuss?
You could say, well, I have some.
Like, can
weapon
I say,
cards.
oh, I have a 5?
Yeah, I think what they mean is you can't show the
Equipment.
card, I'm
Okay.
like, look, I can get us to 4,
That's
Okay.
about it. And then whether or not John is bluffing.
or I can go,
Why
I got
would he do
this.
that?
Don't touch this. Right? Does that make sense?
Right.
I think basically what I just did, which is like, look, guys,
Yeah.
I can probably go, I can't help you guys. This I can't help with. Right?
Right.
It's all you. Right? Kind of situation.
Okay. Text on your madness card overrules any other rules, just so you know. So no matter what your madness card says, that's okay. The only time you're able to communicate anything about them is during the encounter phase while the sand timer is running before any cards have been played. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
So
gonna-
do we want to do the encounter phase and then move on to the next one? Because we did the movement.
Well, I mean, we would have to do the encounter phase.
No, I mean before we read more rules is what I was
Oh.
getting at.
I'm just reading more
Yep.
about the encounter
So now there's
phase.
during the encounter there's also the option to use these, right?
to negate one player.
Right.
What would it add 30 seconds?
Encounter,
Oh.
yeah, you can add 30 seconds to our discussion
Right.
time.
So if as a leader I decide, you know what, this is not going anywhere, we need another extra 30 seconds. When that runs out, toss this in the recycling bin, we flip that over, and we have
Yeah.
another 30 seconds to make decisions.
Oh, I see, because you
Yep,
can
it's all
spend
right
them
there.
on
It's-
the
it's
player.
actually
really
Oh,
nicely
this is
laid
so
out.
nice.
So you can play more than one card then.
Yes.
Okay.
You can play as many as you.
Right, okay. So players can continue to play cards from their hand on without communicating until their timer runs out completely. Okay.
Are they played face up or face down?
Face down.
Okay, so we won't know what's in that pile.
You can also choose not to play any cards.
Yep.
So
This would be my always
So,
decision for
obviously,
turn 1.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is gonna be an epic turn one.
alright. So you could also play injury cards from your hand at this time.
Mhm.
Okay.
So what injuries do is they effectively make your hand less efficient because they tie up a spot.
Oh, but then you would play him here.
Yep.
Right. However, they might return to a player's hand if they are not healed before the rest phase. Alright. And then we move on to resolution phase. So
Alright. So are we doing this decision making process? Yeah, we'll turn it just for the sake of knowing a rough idea how much time we have, guys.
I can't help you guys at all. Sorry.
you have nothing?
Nothing.
I have a 5 climbing or a 4 whatever the gun is.
I
think
can
it's
take care of
weapons.
guns.
Weapons.
I could take care of guns by myself.
Okay. So then
Yeah.
I would go ahead and have you do that. If no one else can help me on climbing equipment, then there's no point in me playing it.
No, sorry.
Oh wait, I can't.
So sorry.
I have 4 for 4.
Okay, I've got a 6, so we'll do that gun
Good.
one.
Putting down cards. Done talking.
And the timer went out, I think, a while ago.
It did. I called it. There was,
Wow, that
okay,
is
so this
really-
is done.
Yeah.
Okay. We would have run out of time, correct?
Really quick.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're done. Whatever your madness was, you're done with it for the time being. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we end up doing. So now we go into the
Alright, resolution phase begins as soon as the sand timer runs out. During this phase, you'll determine if you successfully overcame the challenges you faced in the previous phase and gain any earned reward and suffer penalties. So the leader reveals all the cards played on the sled board and compares them to the challenge values of each challenge. If the total value of the cards matching the required equipment type equals or falls within the range of the required challenge value, the challenge was a success.
Okay. So here we have a 10, which gets to that range without a problem, and we didn't put any climbing equipment. So we failed one and achieved one. So that means
Right. So a success is if you successfully overcome at least one of the challenges on the encounter tile, you gain the reward shown on the bottom right-hand corner of the tile. There are different types of rewards offered on encounter tiles: relics, search, arcane equipment, heal, and praise. Which I suppose we don't have to over right this second.
arcane equipment, like I said, gives you one of those. You're gonna get an alien device. I think I assigned it to somebody, but let's see.
Arcane equipment. The leader chooses an arcane equipment card of his choice from the deck of arcane equipment cards and adds it to the equipment card discard pile,
Where is the equipment card discard?
where all those injuries are.
You
Yeah,
don't want
name
to
that.
choose.
Oh, I think they're all the same. They're all
You gotta
pens.
choose.
Yeah,
Oh,
but they're
the
different
types.
Yeah.
Well, we seem to be lacking the climbing
Climbing
gear,
equipment.
so I'm gonna put the climbing gear one in here. I didn't even notice that, but okay,
Okay.
nicely put. Alien device helps us climb.
Okay.
And it's in the discard pile. So what happens to these cards that were played?
I'm trying
Okay.
to read that right now. Well, first failures. Okay. After potentially gaining the reward, you must suffer any failures you got this turn. For each challenge you failed to overcome, the leader chooses one of the consequences of the following. One player chosen by the leader will draw a madness card, or the leader will roll the penalty dice.
Okay. So the penalty dice will end up being an accident. We add 2 injuries to the discard pile. Confusion. We discard as many cards from the equipment deck as the difference between the total value of cards played. We would discard
We don't
7 to
want
9.
that.
No. Loss of confidence. Discard 2 leadership tokens. If there are not enough leadership
I
tokens,
guess someone's
return.
taking the madness.
Someone's taking madness.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody's got at least one. So I think what I will do is, since I was such a poor leader on this one, I will take a madness. So why not?
Okay, hold on. If you draw a madness card and you don't have any, you draw a level 1.
Right.
If you must draw a madness card and you already have a level 1 or level 2, put your card back in the box and draw a card from the next level up.
We're gonna set aside because at the end of the game I will reveal what madnesses we had.
Okay.
So we'll consider that the box.
If you already have a level 3 madness, the leader cannot choose you to draw the new madness card. So you would draw
Okay.
level 2.
All right.
Yep, he drew level 2. And
Alright.
it looks epic.
Never talk about your madness with other players. When the sand timer is not running, you must act as though you do not recall acting strangely. Okay. Okay, cool. End of resolution phase. Discard all cards played during the encounter phase. Set aside the encounter tile. It is no longer in play.
Discard them where to here.
Yep, to there.
Okay. And the encounter tile is no longer in play. Okay.
Okay, so now we are in draw phase. The leader will deal equipment cards to every player, including themselves, from the equipment deck until all players have reached the hand size limit, or the deck is empty.
So for example, if you felt that your hand was crud, you had 3 of the same thing, right, and you didn't want that, you could have still played cards in there.
Right.
Okay.
To recycle them.
Right. Okay, so each player can have 3 cards in their hand. Since it's a 5-player game, so everybody needs to draw back up to 3, which I guess is just me and Mike. I need 1.
One for me too.
I'm not sure when these will come into play for us.
I think
sure
we
they
have to
get
reshuffle
reshuffled.
them in,
Okay.
maybe at rest phase. Hold on. Okay, so during the draw phase, the
Shuffle
leader can
cards
decide
back.
to discard a leadership token from the sled board. It will give
Shuffle them back in
them
there.
increase hand size by 1 if you discard a leadership.
It's just for that turn, or is it right?
It's for
Or-
that turn,
Okay.
yeah.
And then it doesn't go away. So until you play them, you can keep them. Not like next turn, you're like over your hand limit.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Rest phase. This is the only moment you can breathe a little in this hostile terrain. As the leader, you can decide to have the expedition take advantage of a moment's rest. If you do so, you take 1 leadership token either from the discard area or from the sled board and put it back in the box.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh.
You move all remaining leadership tokens in the discard pile back to the sled board. Shuffle the equipment card discard pile with the rest of the equipment card deck,
That's nice.
and make a new equipment deck that you put
So
back
basically,
on the
you
board.
refresh that, you refresh this, but you lose 1 permanently.
Permanently, but you still get the rest of it back.
Yep.
Right. And then we're in end phase. If the airplane is now on the 3rd escape tile, the escape expedition will escape the mountain. Otherwise, whether you rest or not, the leader passes the sled board to the player on their left, who will be the leader for the next turn. Okay. So ending the game, I'm just going to read this page real fast, and
Yep.
then we're going to get
Yep,
into playing. Okay. The expedition to the Mountains of Madness can end in several ways. If you must return your last leadership token to the box, you will immediately lose the game. If you must draw an injury card and the injury deck is empty, you immediately lose the game. If you are on the 3rd escape tile at the end of a turn, you manage to escape the mountain. So those are the only.
So and then
Uh,
escaping, there's victory conditions if you manage.
Yeah.
this.
If the expedition gathered fewer relic cards, then there are injury cards in the equipment deck. Equipment discard in all players' hands combined, you lose the game. If the expedition gathered as many or more relic cards as there are injury cards, won the game. So either way, we have to be on that last
So
tile.
we could either kind of like scoot around or just
Yep.
Yeah.
So I
dash
believe now
towards-
this turns to the player to the left. You are now
Yep.
the leader.
Alright. Need
Excellent.
any more stuff? We'll just reference the book. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if we should put that in somewhere in the middle where everybody can reach. Decide they want to drop the card, just toss it there, I guess.
Oh, yeah, maybe because we can keep track of who.
Well, yeah, it's the person with the tile in front of them. Well, that's fine. Just keep it there, and if you decide
We
you're gonna
just
drop
pass
the card,
the dice
just drop it.
around. That's easier.
Yeah,
Just put this.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Seriously, you'll be. Okay, so now you get to decide where the plane goes. We can discuss this if we want, but
Okay.
you can go sideways or up. You can't go further down than where we are.
Sideways. I think we have what, 5 injury cards.
Yeah, it's a matter of do you want to accumulate more
Relics.
relics and things like that.
Ah, got it.
Right, because if we end up with more injuries, then we end up with relics.
I've lost internet connection and
Well, we're still recording. That'll work.
Okay.
but we're gonna try to reset that.
Yeah, in theory, I should make a local copy of this. If not, well, if not, if you're watching this home, we lost internet connection. Sorry, watch the recording later on.
Okay.
Yay,
Sideways
cops.
we went. And then, are we ready to discuss stuff?
You?
Oh, hang on for a second. Guys, I think if you reset our router, we lose the connection to the computer. Okay, give it a shot. Anyway, let's continue, and if
We'll go from there.
If we have to redo it, we redo it. So
Yeah,
we're only
yeah,
one
yeah,
turn in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, ready? Icy Cape.
High fives, everybody.
All traces
High fives.
fully obscured by the deep layer of ice and snow at this point. It is a 7 to 8 climbing and an 8 to 10.
I can get us halfway on the book.
I can't get us anywhere. Sorry.
Yeah, me neither.
Yet again.
Exactly halfway, or because I have books, but oh wait,
exactly
no.
halfway.
Okay, then I'm
we're running out.
Once you put
I
the
bet
thing
books.
down, okay, we're done. Okay. Once you put a card down though, over there, that's it. Okay,
Okay.
we can't discuss it. I think you're vibrating.
it was me actually.
Oh.
Okay, let's see how we did. We did 8 books.
Okay, so that gets us there. Yeah.
Oh.
11. We failed.
We failed on
We
both.
failed on both counts.
Okay.
Okay. Lots of
So,
paper and an
You either
electric
get
torch.
to roll twice or pick people to take madness.
Okay, I'll keep this here because I think roll once and then give someone a madness.
Okay.
Nice. Out of all of it.
Sure.
How did that one end up in there?
That.
Tentacles.
As many cards. The equipment deck has the difference in the total value of cards played and the ones required.
Okay, so here
One.
we
One over one.
One, so we got a discard one from the equipment deck, so it goes in the discard
2.
pile.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. So it would be
one and
3. from
Is
the-
it both, or do we
Yeah,
a
'cause
total?
it's,
No. The
Oh.
question is because we failed one.
You're picking which one you're rolling for.
Right, so one will be this.
Yeah.
Some books.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you would pick a penalty for the second one we failed. Either Give someone a madness
who
or-
wants a madness?
I'll trade mine.
I already got
I'll
one
take yours.
of level 2, so
Trade mine.
I'm gonna be pretty happy.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put it here. We'll go over these. I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
remember what your
I'll
madness
remember
is.
what mine was.
Okay, and then this gets.
It's off. We got the reward for it. What do we get? We got a specimen B. Did we get our reward?
No.
No,
No,
we
we failed.
failed.
We failed horribly.
Okay.
All right, Shelby.
So,
we failed as leaders.
draw
Your turn.
more cards though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
draw back
No.
up. I need 2, please.
Can you close the door?
Yeah.
Crying child in the background. Even the child's not impressed with our leadership.
I know the first 2 people. William
Uh,
Pryor and Professor Lake have
okay.
failed.
I think we should go up 1. How do you
Okay.
all feel?
We can always go
Sounds
down.
Yeah,
good
I
to
mean,
me.
Now, keep in mind, if we go back down to an empty cell,
We just have.
we just don't have. We have challenges to
Yeah.
overcome. Just no
no
rewards.
rewards. Yeah.
Why don't we go up
This way?
and then we can.
And we can
Can you
move
go
this
there?
If we need to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can move
okay.
diagonally. Like if you were here, you could pick. All right.
That's just my thought.
Well,
That's
actually,
just my
shouldn't we
thought.
go sideways first and then we go up and then, that way, because then we'll leave that one.
Well, yeah, if you get, yeah, I see.
No,
what
we
you're
don't wanna
saying.
do
We
that,
need
so
to
we
If you
should
get
go
there, we're just
over
gonna have
there.
blind spaces to go back
Yeah.
down on.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go here. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this, guys.
High five.
I think we got this.
All right, what do we got?
9, 11. 9
Climbing?
to 11 of climbing. 7 to 9.
This
of
is madness.
Whatever the square.
I
I could help with
I
crate.
have the crate. Oh.
Oh, you got it all
I
together?
have the crate. I can totally
Okay.
do the crate on my own. No help.
Go ahead. That sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
I do not have crates.
Do we have climbing? No?
No.
No.
Okay, technically you put it after the time, so be careful
Oh.
about that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
We're still learning.
Oh, we have to put it before the time?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why somebody can just go. You know what? You guys are nuts. I'm gonna at least fill one of them
All right.
because you're driving
Okay.
to the timer. Yeah.
We got 8 in the
As we
crate, so
should.
that's great. And I put down 7 of the climbing.
We made both.
No, we did
No?
not.
Oh,
We only
okay.
made
But
one.
we've got
so,
an arcane
We get
equipment.
an arcane equipment. I think we should take. I just need a whole stack because we can
Yeah.
pick which one we want to.
So is there a reason to put in one that doesn't, like, is there a secret trader in this game?
No, it's just so that you can
Potentially,
refresh
I don't know what
your
the
hand.
math-
Oh, okay.
But yes, okay.
Or
I
maybe.
debated putting in. I couldn't read what the other thing was from here.
Oh, it was
So it was
climbing or...
tool and crates. I could have thrown in. Sorry, I shouldn't show this stuff, but I could have thrown in for the explanation. For demo practice. I could have thrown in that if I wanted to get rid of it, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put.
And I didn't want to throw in. I had
10 and then
crates. I didn't want to throw in
so
the
that
crate
was
to get rid of
crates.
it because
We
it was
were
going to screw up
successful.
the total. She said she
we
had
were
the crates.
Unsuccessful on the climbing equipment, but I'm going to choose to roll the die because we were only.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just an injury. Is it 1 injury?
2. Add
2
2
injuries.
injuries.
From there
To the discard pile.
and those go in the discard pile.
And remember, all the injuries really do is they cause us to fill up our hands.
Right.
With cards that
Right,
are
but we
worthless.
also can't run out, otherwise. we lose the
Correct.
game.
Yes. Now, I mean, we could always recycle this.
Okay.
Well, no, yeah, you're right. You can't.
Yeah, because
Now, remember, if it rolls something that's going to kill us, like we're out of injury, you can spend a leadership
Yeah,
token
to
reroll.
reroll. But you get the leadership tokens back.
if you permanently excel.
Mhm.
I thought
Mhm.
that the
Oh, yeah, for rest phase.
yeah.
Shuffle
Alright.
cards and get back leadership tokens.
Yeah, except you got to get rid of one.
Right.
And there might be, who knows if there's a reward that lets you
Yeah.
do that. All right, Michael. Sled
I'll
passes
drop
to
it.
you.
Okay.
I'll take the tile. Oh, yeah. I am
Sorry.
good on draw.
Anybody else?
I need 2, please.
Oh, interesting.
I'll go up here.
Wow.
You ready?
Yeah. I believe in us, guys.
Alright. What do we gotta do?
Okay, so shipwreck. Yeah, even more. We need book of 7 to 9 or gun of 8 to 9.
I can throw
Gun.
in some books.
I can throw.
I can go throw on gun
Yes.
too.
I can throw in gun, but I'm over at half, so.
Gun.
Gun 8 to 9.
Gun.
I've
okay.
got 2.
I had 6 book.
I put a book
I'm
down.
not doing it. Except this. There you go. Alright, we're at time.
I feel like that was.
Yeah, it probably wasn't a good idea on my part either. But.
I think we're gonna go over.
I'm pretty sure we are. we all started throwing.
Crate. Everybody threw away a lot of crates, and I guess that's okay.
I just
Yeah,
want more
that's
cards in my
fine.
hand that are
Yeah.
more variety. So.
Book we've got 10.
Okay, so
That's
we move
over.
down. That's over.
over.
Cool.
Yeah, and gun we have 2. That's way under. So we
Yep.
fail both.
We
Fail both.
suck.
We are not good at this.
So start with 1 to decide that we failed.
We went 1 over with book.
Okay.
So
Do
we
you
might
want
roll
to
a die or
Give
roll a
someone
die
in
or give
madness
someone-
or
So if I give out a madness, that person discards,
the first one and takes the second.
and then
second
they
one.
forget the first one.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give myself a madness.
Okay.
Level 2.
No high fives for you.
Alright.
Not that we would know.
Yeah.
No, no,
High
no,
five?
no,
You guys don't know what that
no,
was.
he's
So
just like,
which one was that for?
That was for this one.
Okay.
Alright.
So then now we failed the other one. You can either roll the die or give someone a madness.
Okay, I'll roll the die.
Oh, balls.
So
Discard as many equipment cards as the difference between the
Oh.
levels is 6.
Yeah, I should have.
Bad call.
Yeah.
Did you want to spend a leadership
You
token?
can
No.
re-roll that die if you want, or we can just use the leadership token to rest. We will lose it permanently, but we'll get all these cards back in the drop out. Something really bad happens when we run out of cards in the drop out.
Only in the injury, right? Or is
The
it?
injury, I think, is the
It's
bad
the
one.
injury that's the bad one. I don't know if there's anything for the
We
equipment.
just
I
wouldn't
mean,
draw
we wouldn't
anymore?
draw any cards, and then we can decide to rest the next turn and get them all back. So
Should be in draw phase.
But then we lose out on getting all of our discarded leadership tokens back too.
well, there's no this.
If there are not
Well, yeah.
enough cards in the deck for everyone to reach their hand size limit, the leader chooses who receives the cards.
Oh, okay,
So if there's none there, there's nobody gets any.
Okay, so your choice. You can re-roll that die right now and avoid this. That'll put a leadership token in the discard pile. You can also re-roll it again. Then what are you hoping for?
I think he messed up and just did the wrong
Like,
thing.
yeah, he should have used
Because
the
I
wrong.
mean, you can lose
other
confidence,
set.
discard 2 leadership tokens if they're so that's not horrible. The confusion really is the only horrible one I think at this point. But also losing 2 injuries. I don't know how many injuries are in that deck, but
I don't know.
because there's no putting them back in there.
Yeah.
They come back here.
And
There's quite a few.
But we're only
We're at
little
the
bit
bottom
of the
level.
mountain.
Break a leg.
So,
Bring a femur. Ah.
yeah.
It's your
So-
call.
What would you like to do, sir? What's on that die? Can I see it real quick?
Oh yeah.
The majority of the die results are going to be.
Looks like they're question marks.
Oh, what is
Yeah.
this?
Question mark, 2 question mark,
2 injuries.
2 injuries. No, 3
Three
question
question
marks.
Yeah.
Oh, sh-
So your odds of getting question marks are,
Pretty high.
Could we borrow your phone for school?
yes.
So we're thinking injuries better than.
Can you pass me my phone? It's right there. Can you grab it? I'm kind of locked in here, Chad. I can't get up without moving this mic. Thank you. Yeah, and I got to take it out of the case because it won't work on a minute. Well, that's not the problem. This is the problem.
Oh.
It's so thick that the
Yeah.
jack for that particular one won't go in. So you break it, I'm gonna have to kill an employee.
Brooke, so.
Even worse. Brooke has the machine curse.
I give out as many injuries as we have for difference.
No, just 2. Just
Oh,
2
okay.
injuries or the confusion is discard as many equipment cards.
Wait, but you have to
You
roll to get
roll
that.
it, yeah.
You have to
Oh.
discard a leadership
So-
token, roll the
re-roll.
dice again.
Oh, so
And then
we-
you're saying
wait till rest.
Or yeah, you could just keep the result and then we rest by losing a leadership token to the box and refreshing, reshuffling or whatever.
Sorry, guys at home. Technical problems. Like I said, I don't even know if you're gonna see this. Maybe record it. Not we're redoing it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think is?
It was a poor choice to begin with, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, take your pick. I would say just maybe discard it and then rest. We'll have to lose a token.
We
And
could
some point
probably
we'll rest. We can keep going before we
keep
rest.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my only reserve is that if we lose one right now, we're wasting 5 other leadership tokens that we could have used.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so re-roll it and if you
Yeah,
want
That's
to.
my
true.
only reserve.
That is true. No,
So go
you're
ahead and put
right.
down 1
So,
and it goes in the discard pile.
Oh,
Those
okay.
we
no
do
real
get back.
space, yeah, but it's the same.
So just discard these.
You can, or you can
keep bringing it.
discard another. You know, I don't know what
If
you're
we've
hoping.
planned that we're going to rest eventually anyway, it would behoove you to try to re-roll at least, a couple times to get injury cards instead of that whole stack.
I mean, we could just roll the confusion and then we discard 2, and that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
They're not
I
gone
would-
forever.
I would
They're
roll-
gone until
yeah.
we rest.
We roll.
Right.
Yeah,
so
we
that's-
roll again. Another one.
Oop.
Roll again.
It's 50% chance of
Yeah.
rolling that. I mean, there is no getting around it.
Yeah.
So, one more, or what do you guys think?
I'm rolling the best I
One more
can.
time.
One more
Yeah.
time.
One more.
Oh, yeah. I can't.
Don't
Just-
play cards, I mean,
It's not going back in the box
100
yet.
cards.
Oh, there we
So
go.
these go back
Two
in the back.
leadership
So
tokens.
discard 2 leadership tokens.
That's fine.
That's it?
That's
Yep.
fine.
Just
Discard two.
No,
two
no,
to
yeah,
the-
there you go.
That's fine.
And then somebody can use the last one to
And then the
blast
rest
us.
Somebody
of them.
potentially being, yep.
That
I
worked
think
out
we have enough to
perfectly.
go around. Well, I don't know about perfectly, but it worked out.
Who needs cards?
I
I
do.
need to.
I need.
I need to.
Okay.
None for you.
Much more varied hand.
2.
I didn't know this was a thing.
So I think I figured out your madness, and I'm thinking based on how wonky you're being, we can say the number that things. I'm taking a wild guess.
Yeah, I would guess that as well.
In case you guys weren't paying attention.
No, totally was not.
Look at her next time.
Pay attention to me. Look at
I
me.
can't. I pay attention to myself. I'm like,
I was like, yeah, buddy, you're good.
I just really like the game. I don't know why you guys
I
assume
thought
that.
it was weird, and I was like, why is he not even
I
thinking
can see
twice
this
about
going
it.
pretty smoothly with a couple of glasses of wine or beer.
That's
Just
gonna
like,
be so
"Wah, wah."
Okay, where are we moving, ma'am?
Are we still trying to collect stuff, or do we actually want to come up?
We
It's-
need
So
to
right
get
now we
relics
have.
in order to get off.
we need what?
We need to get relics in order to get out.
So we
yeah,
still want
because
to
we have
collect
1,
some
2,
over.
There's 5, 7.
3,
Seven.
4, 5, 6,
7
7 injuries. Right now, even if we escape the mountain, we lose.
Lose.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll come here.
Wow.
And then
Alright,
do we start
ready?
the timer
Alright.
after you read it.
I'd say let's start it after we read
Yeah,
it. 'cause
yeah.
It seems really kind of.
Nothing but the wind. The wind makes sounds like an evil musical piping over a
Oh.
wide range. We need 7 to 9 crates and 8 to 10 climbing equipment, and we'll get
What?
climbing.
Okay, here we go.
I've got
Climbing equipment.
3
I've got,
crate.
I've got none.
I can throw some stuff in, but I can throw a crate and equipment in.
Crates. Too far to reach. Alright. Everybody good? Good.
Yeah.
Well, that has
Yeah,
to
we
be-
had to be because well, you
We
still have
got-
time.
supposed
to
to
get
Oh,
stuff
I
out.
wasn't supposed to say
No,
that.
it's okay. You're good. You're good. Yeah, but yes, you should have gone or whatever. Yeah, you can't talk after that. Otherwise, we take
Yeah.
an
After
injury
that
card.
first one.
Okay, so time ran out. Did you notice what she was doing?
I did now.
Hey, there we go. All right. So what did we end up with?
Okay, so we have exactly 8 crates.
Right in the middle.
And then we have 9
Oh,
climbing
thank
equipment.
God.
So we won. We passed. And then 4
Oh,
more.
I was like, what is
Somebody
that
just
one?
wanted to discard.
Yep. So that goes in the discard pot. They all go in the
Oh,
discard pile. Yeah.
succeed.
Arcane.
All right. A piece of arcane equipment.
Maybe
What's
the
already in there?
Oh,
You
what?
have.
book and climbing equipment are already in there.
There's a book.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you're probably right. The climbing equipment is the one I
Put a
put
gun,
in.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I bet the relics aren't in the coast. Like it seems. I've seen the.
It's
pattern.
possible.
Yeah,
However,
it's gonna be higher
The
up
nice
in
thing
the
about
city.
loading up this deck with those cards will
Yeah.
be that somebody can go, I got tools, I got,
Right.
you know, don't
Yeah.
touch
Or
it.
they're like, oh, I'm over
Because it seems like
Yeah.
most of them have the 10 in there. Most of them.
for right
Yeah.
now. Oh, yeah.
I lied.
Well,
There's the
Sort of.
crates are like 9. Yeah, but
I need one more card.
Sounds good.
2.
One for me.
Okay, and then we are down to only 2 cards. Should we do the rest phase now or do it on the next one?
I think for the next.
So you can,
Well,
no, because we're going
'cause
to
if
draw
we
only
do it-
one card.
and if we do it now, if we come up against other obstacles, John can use
Yeah.
the other tokens
Mhm.
during his turn.
Oh, that's right, because we only have one right now.
Because yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So-
So,
Exile this
that,
one.
that
Goes
goes
to the
away
box.
back to the box.
Yeah.
Is that the box pile over there?
Yeah, because this is all the extra stuff.
Oh, you could have used it to increase. No, because you needed one. You
Yeah.
sled too. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Uh,
that
I
shuffling?
think
goes,
it's being
yep.
efficient.
Yeah. So we're shuffling those in with
And then we go
one
with that.
card.
But now at least we have some. Well, we have injuries, yeah.
Yeah.
So when we make both of them, that's when we shuffle.
So when did those? Does those
No,
go over? I think?
did the
From
rest
the,
phase. So the rest
Ah.
phase
Oh,
is when you get
okay.
to shuffle.
We don't have any relatives.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're
I wanted
probably
to
in the
read
city or
real
the
fast
mountain
healing though because
with injuries coming
there's
up.
a thing about resolution.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do the injuries affect your hand? Like,
They basically eat
Just-
up a spot.
just clog it so you don't have it doesn't do
they're-
anything
they're-
more to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Okay,
That-
so on the tiles, some of the rewards could be to heal, which
Okay.
means you would take an injury card out of our equipment deck,
That's
which would be
okay.
So
one
then-
less relic.
And
we
it
would
goes
have
back
to-
into the injury pile.
Yes.
Okay, so there is a
Oh,
way
okay.
to. Okay, so that's a reward.
So
though.
it could
It's not-
potentially
Yeah.
be somewhere.
It's not.
here.
What's the healing action do to this?
That's it. That's what it is.
Ah, okay. It's
yeah.
a reward. We haven't found any rewards.
Yep.
Allows to heal. All right. Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Crates. Yeah.
Couple. How bad it gets. Alrighty then. Back on the sled I am.
We can go up the
You know what? We'll
mountain
try
or-
one. We'll go up to that mountain spot over there. Alright. Alright, so let me
Ooh.
read this. Is it getting worse?
Well, I mean,
Numbers
the
are
one on here
getting
is
higher.
14 crates.
Alright,
Exactly.
Peak of Dawn. The sailor Larson was the first to spy the jagged line of witch-like cones in the pinnacles ahead. Okay, so we're going to need a book of 11 to 13
Oh, no.
and a gun of 10 or 12. Not in the middle, 10 or 12. Alright, we get praise if we get it. Okay, go ahead.
5 gun.
Five
Five
gun.
I can't help. Sorry.
I got 6 gun, that's not gonna help. I got 2 book.
We have
2 book.
We have 2 fives.
Oh, I can help with book. I can help with book.
So
You can help with book, so
I can help
we
with
need
book.
2, we're running out of time, so.
5 gun.
So
Five
you
gun
put in 1
and
gun
6,
or
we need
No,
another
we're
5
almost out of
guns.
time.
Does
You
anybody
have-
have
you
any
have-
5 guns?
you have
Put it
five
down.
5 gun.
Done.
but I can't.
Okay. Yep. Once it's down, we gotta stop talking. Okay, so.
Sorry, I'm like looking at the timers, like.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because that's an automatic failure. We don't even get. Okay, so let's see what we got. We didn't make it on the book. That's a 7. Okay. And 5 and 2 is 8, and 3
Nice.
is no
Oh, we didn't make it.
10 or 12.
Yeah.
That is
Not
10.
That's 10.
That's
That's
10.
11.
Oh.
That's 11 or 13 is
No,
why
no,
you
no, no,
No, no,
You're
no.
right.
Oh,
gun.
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 Okay.
We're good on gun.
Yeah.
10. We got 10. Very okay. Awesome.
I
All
was
right. So
backwards.
I know.
Yeah.
John was too. He's like, no.
Good. So we got praise. What does praise do? I think we get leadership tokens.
Good question.
Take
And
the
it might be-
leadership token back from the box.
Right. If that's
not
the
really
case,
exciting.
take up to 2 leadership tokens from the discard
Aw.
area. and
Come on,
put
there.
them on the sled board.
Yeah, that didn't help. Okay, and then we suffer 1. I think we're just gonna take a madness. Who's still on level 1?
Why did I am? But why did we suffer one? I thought we got it.
We
got
got
this.
one
We failed the book.
success
We
and
failed the
one
book.
failure.
So we
Yeah,
got the
still on
reward.
level
but we still have to
one.
pay the penalty for 1. So you're still on level 1?
Yep.
Shelby, you're on level 1.
2.
She's on 2.
2.
2.
You are.
Level 1. It's between us two.
I haven't figured out what your madness is, so let's replace you.
Okay.
See what it is. Or yours.
Mine are always obvious.
I
I don't know.
I thought my first one was pretty obvious. But anyway.
This is-
Okay, so leadership passes
Draw
to you.
face.
Oh, draw face. I don't need any cards.
I need
You
one.
I need 1.
Oh, mother. We have been in some terrible kind of conflict and we're torn and mangled and fiendish and altogether.
You get
It's reading an injury
an
card.
injury? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well,
That's throw it in the pile.
Yeah. Out of there.
Okay, where are we going?
okay.
I'm good for
I
heading back
don't
down.
like the mountain, but I think we're gonna have to. See. Right back
What do we got?
Square structures, odd formations on the slope of the highest mountains, great low square blocks with exactly vertical sides and rectangular lines of low vertical ramparts. And climbing of exactly 13 and a book of 10. And we gain an arcane equipment for this.
Climbing.
Book of 6.
Can't help.
Me and you got climbing.
I can kind of
Me
help
and you
out
got
with
climbing.
Okay.
Don't touch climbing.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Book I can
there's-
add 2.
I can't help with book.
Book of 6.
So
It's
that's
supposed to be
8.
exact. Oh,
That's 8.
10 or 12.
That's 8. Can we do any more book?
I can't.
so we're best off just not doing that one, right?
Yeah, well, if you unless you want to discard some cards.
Well, you might want to do it because it gets.
Still get. No, we're out of time. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to get rid of cards, you could still.
And it makes the gap less of like how many in case we need to take.
I can't get
So
rid
we
of cards,
did-
so.
We did.
Climbing, which
climbing,
gives us what?
and then book.
Arcane equipment.
Yep, 1 arcane equipment.
Where are the relics?
Can I do crate instead?
Yeah, she gets to pick.
Oh.
10 crate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
The variety.
And
good
then we will have
idea.
one of
Not
each.
The variety pack in there.
Yeah.
And the injury goes away.
Yep. And then
Fungal honey.
We failed.
I don't want to roll.
I'm still on
She's
a
got
level
level 1. Yeah.
Wonky people. Wonky
I don't know what your
people.
madness was either.
And draw
Alright.
cards.
2.
Alright, so 2
No.
for you.
This is getting serious.
Okay. You only have to do it during the yeah, right. So
I was
you'll
like,
be
really?
yeah, you only have to do it during the encounter phase, but
That'll still be awesome.
getting a funny feeling I'm getting part of the
I
idea.
know. Okay. Then
Alright,
sled,
so sled
movements.
moves. Yeah, I need to draw cards.
Okay.
Did everybody get their cards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, sweet, it's an injury.
I vote we go back down the coast.
Yes, that was my
That was
reason.
the
The
idea.
mountain wasn't very helpful,
Okay.
is that what I'm saying? Alright.
That's a
What
little
you
bit
got?
too much.
Alright. Seals. Many fat seals were visible on the water, swimming or sprawling across large cakes of slowly drifting ice. 7 to 9 climbing or 7 to 9 book.
Oh.
Turn it. Alright, I can contribute 2 book, and that's really it.
I've got 6 book.
kind of
that'll
help
work.
with
2,
climbing.
that's 8. We gotta get to
Okay.
what?
kinda help
7
with
to 9
climbing.
climbing.
I
Okay.
can't
Climbing
help
on
with anything.
4 and 5.
Okay,
Climbing
so
4 and 5.
book was
Okay, I
what?
can
Sorry?
kind of
7
get
and
us
9.
closer.
Between
But
two, you got it.
So,
Oh,
me and you
seven-
and the book.
7 to
You-
9
you
on
drop the
climbing?
book,
Mhm.
okay.
On no.
No, don't
yes,
put it there
yes,
yet.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Armor and
I've got
talent.
climbing.
Okay.
Climbing
yeah,
and
I
the
got
two
book.
Yeah.
book
Okay.
together. Yeah.
We're good?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
I can't.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be.
All right. That's it.
You can get up now. Oh, this is and a workout.
All right. So we got 9 climbing, 8 book, and some discards.
All right.
Okay, so we succeeded, and we get
Yay!
specimen D.
Yay!
from
Our
the
first piece
relic.
of something.
Nice.
This is where we get partial
Remove
problems.
all madness.
Oh.
Specimen D. Okay, when I am the leader, I cannot use leadership tokens during the resolution phase. So this is something that
I think
one
you
of us has to
you
take.
give it to somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. But it also says when you gain this card, draw a madness card. If you already have a level 3 madness, discard a leadership token instead.
Okay, so you're gonna replace your level
hold on,
2.
let me see.
man.
That's not a good thing.
But it- so getting the relics really
Relics.
doesn't help us other than
It
winning the
just-
game.
yeah,
it makes it
okay.
harder
Yeah,
actually.
so I
Remember,
would
the more
choose
Cthulhu
one
stuff
player
you know,
to
the
do
more
it.
blah, 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 you go. I found yours into
So since I messed it up.
Okay, so
You're like,
this, this card will cause the person to not be able to reroll penalty dice if they roll penalty
Okay,
dice.
so you give it to
So-
somebody. Is that put one of those bars in place?
Yes, it'll
Okay.
cover up the
That's what I thought it goes
Okay.
over.
reroll penalty dice thing.
Okay. So I mean, you're the leader. You decided to give it to. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's potentially can affect nobody.
Everybody has level 2 menus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So then they would go up to level 3, right?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take it.
Ooh,
it.
what a
So
leader.
I'm gonna take level 3, please.
Madness.
And okay, that is right. Draw cards.
Draw cards.
Oh, I need
cards.
two.
So to the yeah, let's just go clockwise. You're right. That's fine.
None. How many? Do you need none?
Two.
Not an injury.
Someone's gonna get a handful of injuries and it's gonna be like,
Oh, two.
Didn't I hand you two?
I just got one.
yeah, because you were holding your madness card.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay,
Alright,
where are we
good.
going?
Michael, where are we going?
Stick with the coast, guys.
Yeah.
What's our time limit for getting up the mountain?
There's no time.
There's no
There's
time
not
limit,
just
yeah.
of the other stuff like injuries,
Yeah.
Oh, running out of injuries.
Yeah.
Okay.
but as we go up, it gets a lot harder. So it's
Yeah.
kinda like
All right.
These are discards.
Let's stick with the coast.
All right, you going down or you going?
I'll go.
They go down. That way,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, down.
less backtracking if we need to go back over.
Explore every inch of this mountain.
Okay.
yeah.
Bleak coast. The frozen sea was now giving place to a frowning and mountainous coastline. We need 8 to 10 gun and 8 to 10 crate.
Here we go.
I've got 4 gun.
I got you. Me and you are gun.
I've got crate.
I got 3
6
crate.
crates.
Don't trust
I
the
can
crates.
help out with crates.
Don't trust the crates.
Okay. Go.
Well,
I
I
can
got
get
3
us halfway.
crate.
I can get us halfway to
Halfway.
full.
To what? What are we talking? Crates? Cards are down. Is that what I'm seeing?
No.
No, I'm a legend.
Okay. Good.
Yep. I guess so.
All right. So, understand the leader has a few seconds after that timer runs out to decide if he wants to flip that and give us another.
Oh,
set.
okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's.
That's where you play.
We were doing. I think we were doing pretty well.
I'll do that one, yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got.
All
I
right.
kind of feel like we screwed up on the crates, but
I don't think so.
it's something
I hope
about
not.
don't trust the crates. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Can't trust the crates. Who knows
He's
what's in
paranoid
them?
and crazy.
Okay, gun we have 10. That's awesome. Crate we have 13.
Oh,
supposed to get
someone.
8 to 10.
Yeah, that would be me.
We were both like, we got it halfway.
Halfway.
It's okay. You're like,
The paranoid guy was right.
Just
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you're not being
followed.
followed.
What do I do?
So I get an arcane equipment, and then you have to do one.
Let's see. They're all even, right?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
even
I
right
think
they're
it's
all
even
even.
there right now, yeah.
Let's do that one.
And not that putting more of these in there is a bad idea.
Okay, and penalty. Penalty, roll the dice or give a madness. I did really poorly with the
Well,
dice
how much-
last time.
The question about the die would be, what, we back?
Chad's got it.
Oh, the chat's got my spell now. Okay. What was I gonna say? The question about the die would be, how much would we discard, right? Because if we missed it by a ton, right now we missed it by 3, so we
Yeah.
would discard 3 cards. So not as horrible as it was before with 6 cards. Right?
No,
So your choice.
it doesn't.
Or you just
Oh.
earn 2 leadership tokens, or you take 2 more injuries, or you can just upgrade somebody from a madness.
Yeah, we're running out of madness levels because I think I'm at a 2.
Oh.
Shelby's 3.
Yeah, I
And
can't.
when you can't
miss
draw
it.
another madness card, you draw an injury. Am I correct?
No, if you can't draw, if everybody is level 3 madness, then we discard a leadership token.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh. What's the punishment? Where does it say the punishment at?
It's
Right here, so
those
Oh.
are the ones-
so this is for the
Oh, no,
penalty
no.
dice.
Where did it say
No,
the
no,
difference?
no. It's because we didn't.
Oh, we didn't do the.
We
We
didn't
went over
complete
that
we
13.
didn't
Yeah.
get the crates right. So we get the reward for completing the gun,
Yeah,
but then we also have to take a penalty for not completing that one. So
yeah.
the penalty is either you roll the die or somebody goes up in madness.
Okay.
So
Which I don't know if we want to do that.
You're already 3.
That was me.
that was you.
Yeah, from British Columbia.
People just keep calling me.
Roll the dice,
Goes
I
again.
guess.
Roll the dice, guys. Is
Yeah,
that
I mean, it's a discard of 3 basically. I think the majority of what's
Yeah,
going
if
to be
you
fine.
roll the question marks, we're gonna discard 3 cards. That's it. So
7 and 6.
okay?
One, two, three. 1. We got rid of some tents. The dogs. We got rid of the dogs.
Injury.
Injury. All right. See, that wasn't too horrible. In retrospect, having the majority of that, we just gotta be careful when we roll that die that it's not like lose 10 cards.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You need
1. I need 2.
I need 1.
And an injury. Sweet. And 2 injuries. I won't be helping mine. Next. I shouldn't be discussing those. That's right. Oops.
We can kind of see a little bit because your hand is like.
It means we're paying attention to TV, which we usually don't. So, what is going on? This person really wants to get a hold of me right now. I'm terribly sorry.
why can't they leave a
From
message?
Canada, which would be what they need to do. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I'll move it along that way.
In case you guys haven't figured out, this is live, or if you're watching it recorded, it was filmed live, so stuff happens, including loss of internet.
We're at the caves. Certainly this was above all a region of caves, gulfs, and underground secrets beyond human penetration. So we need 7 to 9 crates and 8 to 10 guns.
I can't help with you.
I have steps. Right.
There's something in the crate.
I can help with.
I can do crates, but
I can help with guns.
I am of no assistance whatsoever.
I have 5 guns.
Can
I
help.
have 6
Okay.
crates.
6
We would
crates
go
too
over.
much.
We would go over on guns. We would.
Running out of time. Nope. Okay. All right, esteemed leader, you have a choice to give us 30 more seconds if you'd like to.
No.
No, we're good. All right. I got rid of 2 injuries with that hand. I was like, I can't.
I think we're gonna come in
Yeah.
under.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so we missed obviously.
Yeah,
We
'cause
missed
would've
guns
went
by
over
2 and we
ours.
missed crates by 1.
So
So,
crates, you can maybe take a roll of the die. And you,
Well-
I mean, you can take a roll of the die and both.
okay.
Well, I mean, we're only off 2.
Yeah.
2 and 1. So that's a loss of 3 cards, basically. Or we could roll like poo-poo and get injury, but
Oh yeah.
I mean,
The only time we don't want injury.
injury. Right, so 2 injuries into the deck
Or if you want, you can spend a leadership.
to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Probably a good call, huh?
You wanna do that?
Yeah,
When we're getting close to rest time.
yeah, because this is a pile of cards in that.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to count this, or is it one of those things where you're
You can
Just
count it.
supposed to just?
And the game's already hard enough.
My whole thing is that it depends on which one you were rolling for. Because if you're gonna roll the dice twice, then we would want to take 2 keys for the one that
There's 8
we
left.
were
Oh.
off a lot by.
Oh, we're off a lot. No, we're off by 2 on
We're
one
off by 2 and
and
we're off
1
by
on
1.
the other.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we're not.
Yeah.
You need to keep.
Yeah.
Maximum possible total loss of cards is 3.
Okay.
Which is.
Yeah, so better than taking 2 cards, I think. So yeah,
There's
yeah,
8
that would
injuries
be-
left.
8 injuries left?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we gotta make it. We're still on the
So this one's for
bottom.
that.
I think we need to start this
Okay,
fresh
so then
now.
we just got discard 1.
Okay. Can put that one in the discard pile.
Alright,
Now what are we
now I'm
doing?
gonna roll for this one.
Take 2 injury unless
Or
we
we-
re-roll. Yep, re-roll. Re-roll.
8 injuries left.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now it is 1 more. No, 2 more. Sorry.
Should have had total loss of 3 cards.
Okay.
We got. I think we got the best possible result out of that.
Should we
Miserable.
start just going up and?
I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice here,
Yeah, I
guys.
think we
I
need to.
mean, so I mean, we can go straight up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
over
We'll
there.
just have to.
I need cards. Who
need
needs
1.
cards? John, do you need any?
I need 3 cards. I got that.
Oh, whoa. We
Yeah.
really need to.
Rest soon.
Anybody need any more cards in here?
I'm good.
Okay.
We only have 3 left.
So the
now.
question is, it's still you Did you want to spend a token to rest? What does resting do? Just
It takes away
takes all that stuff.
It's
I
gonna
think we
go
can
on.
last
there.
one
I think
more
yeah,
turn.
we should last one more so that we
Okay.
can, if we need these
Sounds
to
good.
go to him.
Alright,
Get the
so
most
to me.
Efficiency.
So let's go up.
Up.
Go over here.
Oh,
Sorry.
Alright.
like I have to get ready.
Right.
A makeshift camp.
Makeshift cat?
Camp.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that madness.
Frankencat.
I'm sending the camp for electric torches. We'll extend search area on the ground by hacking away stalactites. Okay, so we're gonna need a 7 to 10 crate and an 8 to 10 climbing. We heal if we
So we
achieve
want
this
to
one.
succeed.
Alright.
Here we
And
go.
I've got 5 equipment.
5 equipment.
I can. Don't worry about equipment. Don't worry about equipment.
Okay,
I
so
can help out a
crates.
little bit with
6
crates.
crate.
The crate wasn't
you and
properly
me,
sealed.
That's it.
Okay,
You and me.
I'm not.
Okay, we're done?
we're done. Seems like we're done.
Okay. Heal. Let's see if we can heal here, people. Okay, so we got a 10. Perfect. And we got the tools. And 6 plus 3 is
We get 3
9.
cards exactly.
Yep, so this is great. We heal and we take no penalties. What's
So
healing
heal
do?
is we take 1 injury card out of the discard pile.
No.
Whatever. We'll take it.
And
Glad
then,
we didn't get more.
everyone gets a card that needs one.
Yeah, I don't need to re-roll anything. We don't need. Do we want to rest now?
Oh, I don't need
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shelby
I
needed
would need a
one.
1, so.
Okay, so this goes back to the box.
Yep, I'll take the
We
box
get those
down.
back on top of here.
Let me shuffle these.
So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tokens left.
Okay, shuffle equipment cards.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna shoot up the mountain.
Alright.
We're gonna have to because we're just
Yeah,
running out of
we're-
leadership tokens. We're running out of
Out
injury
of
cards.
desperation.
I mean, we're kind of doing okay as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, the injury cards aren't horrible. It's when we roll that die that it gets horrible.
Alright. Do your thing.
Okay.
Up the mountain we go.
I'll wait for you to finish shuffling. So.
You can't. You get the draw pile on your left, so you can't touch
Well,
it.
I mean, with the encounter phase.
Oh, I
Unless
gotta
you were planning on
discuss.
shuffling through.
I gotta discuss. Yes, you're right. You're correct. Alright. I think I
Okay.
know what I got in my hand. That's nothing.
Strange chattering. It was indeed repeated and seemed at times to come from more than one throat. We need 13 to 15 climbing and 13 exactly.
I have
8 books.
13 to
9
15 climbing
book.
and 13.
I've got 8 book
I got 10 books.
and
That's
5
it.
climbing.
I can throw in 2 climbing. That's about
I
it.
have 3 books on.
Me and you climbing 9. What do you got?
5.
5. That's 14. No.
Sounds
Yeah.
Book,
Me and you
you're
climbing. Me and you
3.
climbing.
And then
10 book.
book.
Look, I can do 10.
She's got 3. Don't do it.
I've got 8.
Okay, me and you. That's it. We're done.
Right.
We're good. All right. All right. So on the he's wants to throw more. We still have a ton of time. Left.
Yeah, it apparently didn't go when I.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like-
Because I was like, wow, we're getting good at this.
Okay, book is 13 exactly, and 11, 12, 13, 14. We get Ruin 3.
All right. Starting to see
Where-
some progress here. Nice.
Took us, once we get in the mountains.
There's ruin 3. You decide.
When you
who
gain this
takes
card,
it.
draw a madness card. When I'm the leader during the resolution phase, I must discard the lowest weapon card
Ooh.
before totaling them.
Disgusting.
Oh, wow.
I'll take it.
Which,
No weapons.
no weapons.
Can't use weapons.
No, I have
she
to
has
discard.
to discard the lowest weapon.
Yeah.
No,
No,
when
in
she
the sled.
on the
Before totaling
sled.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. When you're the leader.
When she's the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't.
Who all needs cards?
1 for me.
2 for me, please. Oh, 3 for me.
Is it worse?
I
Need a-
apologize.
need
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Maybe a loophole.
Loopholes are fun. Alright, so we're going up the mountain, is that the case?
Sounds good to
So-
me.
Alright. Crumbling cliffs, the brink of the dizzy, sunless cliffs about the great abyss. We need 12 to 14 crate and exactly 12 or exactly 14 of climbing.
Here we go.
I've got
I'm
6
no
crate.
help at all.
I
No
can kind of help out with that one thing
I
and the
got
other
2
thing.
climbing. Oh, great.
Oh no.
I can kind of help out with both of those things.
By how much? You can say I got 2 climbing. You have what?
She can't.
I can help out with 2 things
She
and 2
can't name
things.
things. Can you go halfway?
I think she
That
needs
one
2.
thing that looks
Alright.
like
She
a
needs 2.
Out of time. Out of time.
Alright.
This is a Hail Mary. Oh, this one too. Sorry.
Oh, good.
God.
Injury cards that we do not need.
I hate your sickness. By the way, you're insane.
My other one never got activated.
Well, we only got 4 climbing and 8 crate.
So
Yes.
So we absolutely failed
by how much?
by a
A
ton.
lot.
Yeah. So in both cases,
Yeah.
we don't want to roll this die. is what
No,
we're saying.
I do not want to roll the die. However,
I'm already at
I don't
3.
know who wants to take a 3
I
minus
gotta-
die.
I would
got
not
2.
mind getting rid of this
So
one.
us 2 can have. So us 3 can have a 3.
Well, okay. So
Then
you
we
want to
start
take a new
losing
madness
leadership
card?
tokens.
I wouldn't mind.
So
I'll-
stop
you might be
her
able
from
to.
going up and down and up and down and up
Yeah,
and
that-
down.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, it doesn't hurt the numbers and stuff.
We can slide.
Okay.
And mine's not horrible either. So
Alright, I'm gonna choose you two, Steph and Mike, to take level 3s, and we missed out on the ruin relic.
Well,
Aww.
I mean,
A ruin number
Okay.
1.
well, poo.
That goes in the discard pile.
Does this go in discard?
Oh, wow.
No, that stays in front of you.
That's you.
Because we have
That's
to have
one of the things we have to get.
we have to have the number of ruin cards equal to the injury
Right now we're
cards.
losing.
Yeah, we're losing.
I thought it was just
Horribly.
our attacks. And
Equal to the number of players, you said?
No, equal
Oh.
to the injury cards that are in
In
Oh.
our hands, in the discard, or yeah, we got a ton of
we're
injuries.
in draw phase?
Yes.
Yeah. I need 1.
Do you need cards, Shelby?
No.
I need 2, please.
I unfortunately
Well,
can't help that
Bantapudu.
last time at all.
I wish I could change out.
Book it up the mountain.
Yeah.
Up to the city. Oh.
Ooh.
Well,
We're running. We gotta go up there
Yeah.
and down.
Let's
Yeah,
try another
but
mountain to
we
get
need
more
relics.
artifacts. Yeah, we do need more relics. I mean, if you go down there, then you can still go up and not
Down
have
here
to.
and then just shoot up.
All right. Shogoth.
Oh, joy.
The demonic Shogoths, given life, thought, and plastic organ patterns solely by the old ones. We need 12 to 14 climbing, and 9 to 11 gun. Or
I can do guns.
I can't do either one.
5 guns.
I
I can
can
do.
help out.
I
With,
can bring. I can bring it. To
I can
nine.
help out with that one thing with the sharp. The sharp thing.
I can do 9 guns. Anybody got? What do you gotta get to?
Nothing.
I'm at 5.
But do we have to get to guns?
A gun 9 to 11.
That'll
9 to
go
11.
over if we go
we're
together.
almost out
Because
of
I have
time.
3
We're
or
almost
4
out of
to
time.
Just me and Shelby. You had 5 guns.
I have 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You tossing something in there?
I
Oh,
don't.
blind
It'll
one?
be too late.
Okay, we're done.
Alrighty. Oh,
my
this
God,
is
that was
horrible.
the best.
Wow, this is.
Hang on. Oh, no.
I wanted to make it obvious.
Oh boy.
We've got. The good news is 9
That's
guns.
exactly great.
Yay.
Yeah, so that's good. The bad news is we got 4 climbing equipment. We needed
Well-
at least 12.
But we get an arcane equipment. Yay, because we passed the gun.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll take it.
So pick one of those.
oh yeah.
Which one do you want?
Oh, let me look at them.
You like.
I guess it doesn't matter.
almost everything in there at this point.
And then we have to take one penalty. John still has a level 2. I want to give him a level 3, but if we
high on madness.
well, if we give him a level 3, the next time anybody has to take madness card,
Could be deadly.
So, but how much did we miss?
We-
a lot.
Yeah, we missed by 8.
8.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we do
I
have
thought
a
it
lot
was
of cards
10.
here.
Yeah.
To be
No,
fair.
it's 12 to 14.
12 to 14.
Oh,
So-
I have nothing to contribute.
Me neither.
Yeah, I didn't.
I only have
I had the
4.
other 2.
All right. Well, so is it going to be dice? Is that what we're looking at?
So-
A lot of
Yeah,
But
what?
it's a huge deck though, like right now. It's
Yeah.
not like it would take us down to the bottom.
yeah.
That's true. Just count off 8 for a second, see how big it would.
It's a
That
lot,
would be,
but
but it's doable.
and it's a
I
lot
mean,
more than the
Yeah.
injuries and the madness. See?
Yeah.
All right.
So roll for
Is
it.
that what you're doing, Mike?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Here we go. Let's hope for that because injury sucks too.
You had something, Jim? Oh, okay.
Triggers.
Oh!
Oh, 2 leadership tokens. Actually, that's not too
Okay,
bad. They go
yeah.
into the
So
discard.
Oh,
just
no.
those
We lose
Oh, yeah.
both?
Yeah.
two. Two, and
They don't
just-
go
just
away.
Oh,
go
okay,
on
yeah.
the
The
disc,
discard
yeah.
pile. So
No, I read that really
I
well.
keep
Yeah.
getting a discard out of the box.
yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay, so now cards.
Phase.
Okay,
Oh.
I need 2. You need some.
One.
I don't need any.
No. Well then.
Baby, no, you're good.
Start your
Okie dokie. Lead us up the
Start
mountain.
your mouth.
Taking some injury for
Yeah.
first play.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we got?
No shelter. Danforth was frankly jumpy and began making some offensively irrelevant speculations about the horror at the camp. So we need 11 guns and 13 or 15 crates.
Exactly 11 gun.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
And exactly
13 to
or
15
50.
crates.
I can get us halfway to 10 on that thing.
I've got 4 crates.
I got 2 crates at 6.
I have 10
that's
for
the
3
11.
guns.
That's the 11 of that's.
Oh,
And
11
we need-
crates.
We need 1 gun.
We need 1 less crate.
And we need 2 more crate. 1 less crate.
I can get us halfway to the lower number.
4. I've
That's
got
it.
4.
Then we lost them, both of them. We lost both of them.
We can
Add 30
Yeah,
seconds.
I would
We're gonna
suggest
lose anyway.
flipping it because we're gonna lose. But well, it sounded like we're still discussing, which is bad because that's an injury card. But leaving it up to leader.
Well,
Sounds like we weren't
Flip
going to make
that.
either one. They're both exact.
We keep discussing. That's an injury card.
Oh,
You gotta
sorry.
make a decision.
okay, so I'll give us more time. Can somebody take a leadership token?
Yes,
Leadership
yes,
token.
yes.
Okay, flipping.
Alright.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so crates.
I can get us halfway
4.
to the. Oh, it's 15.
13 or 15.
Oh, okay.
I've got
well,
4.
I can get us a third of the way to that bigger number.
Okay,
For
put
that
crates in my
Okay,
hand.
5 plus 4,
So
3.
9,
Not-
3, 11, 12. Sorry.
12.
And
We need
I
one more
help
crate?
with guns. Guns.
I'll have
No guns. I have no guns.
All right, I've got
You can't even see what card you got.
maybe.
Alright,
Okay, that's
we're
it.
out of time, so go ahead and put down those cards.
Where's the slide though?
Right
I think we bitched this one big
Oh.
time.
Oh man, I grabbed the wrong card.
Yeah. I was just like,
I put them in an order, but then I got.
yep.
And then we got flustered. We were like,
Yep.
So crates we got to
Short by
11.
1 by 2.
Okay, so that one's a roll of the die.
Yeah, that one's a roll, and the other one's
Is
pretty bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been so bad. Sorry.
Yep. So
7 guns short. So
That
do we do
one-
8 total cards?
Again.
Well, or I take a madness.
Yeah, I think John should take his med.
Whoa.
all right, to get rid of this one.
Yeah,
But
and
that's
then
fine.
roll for the other one.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see
Wait,
what
it's
kind of
question
madness I
marks.
got.
So then get rid of 2.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
It's good too.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, And then
Draw cards.
This one's gonna get them on book.
do you need any?
Yes.
I need one.
I would have been so over on everything. I didn't play anything.
man.
So
And are we? Do you guys want me to rest phase or wait?
I think so. I think we can
Yeah,
wait.
I would wait.
That's right. I forgot the weapon thing.
Okay.
Shoot up. Which city time?
I don't know if I want to do another mountain. I kind of feel like I want to do another. We only got 3 seated tiles. Really. Try to get. I don't know what's here. Alright, give me a mountain. Mountain.
Oh, well.
Oh boy.
There you go.
That
Turbulence.
bullet did.
That's turbulence.
Look, if you're gonna play with that turbulence, I'm getting off. Hungry wind.
Oh,
Even the faint howling and piping of the unfelt wind in the great mountain passes behind us took on a wilder note of purposeful malignity. Alright, so we need exactly 14 crate and 10 to 12 guns. We heal.
Here we go.
I can do guns all on my own.
I can get us
Okay.
10
Okay,
to
I
that
can give 3
thing.
crate. 3 crate.
I can get us 10 to that thing. That square thing.
You said you can get us 10 to 13
10.
on that square thing.
On that
Is
square
that
thing.
correct?
I can get us 10 on that square thing.
On my square thing. 10. I need one more square thing. Anybody got a square thing?
Can't help.
Someone can do
Fair
4
enough.
square things.
No square thing, then square thing is pointless. I mean, no, hold on to it. So, alright, that's it.
So it helps me.
Alright, we'll take that onto the crate. And that's all we were able to do.
Okay.
Okay, I have a 10 for guns. You know, you guys
Yay.
now. We succeeded that one. Of course, you know, we made one tactical mistake.
We should have put crates in there because of the cards. I was gonna say
Yeah.
it, but I don't know when the timer goes.
Yeah, because now that's a 14 failure. We don't want to roll that die. So what does that leave us?
A loss of leadership
losing a
token.
leadership token.
Losing
But
a
then we
leadership
can't-
token
We can-
then we
to
can't rest.
give us 30 seconds and put down more cards.
Yes, that's what it does.
That's what it does. So, I got 3. Give me
4
light
gun?
rays.
No, gun was
Okay.
okay.
Gun's good.
Guns. Okay.
We're
Crate-
trying to reduce the number.
Crate, I
of
can't
crate.
help.
Okay, that's it. So that gives us 30 seconds. We are not 13 crate, missing it by 1.
Right.
I will go ahead and take a die roll for that penalty. And it's 1 card lost.
Guess I can rest.
No,
Alright.
we still get. Oh, because you used.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we can rest.
Oh,
you can
I
take
just
one
get
from the
sick.
discard.
Okay.
Do we want to do that, or do you want to go in with no leadership tokens, basically?
What was our winning thing?
Heal.
Heal one. Okay.
And then I need a card. Who
Well,
else
I
needs a
can-
card?
Is it from the discard pile that you heal it
Yeah, it's from the discard pile.
from? Well, that's still good. Okay,
You
and I need 1 card, please. Thank you.
All good.
Can I have the tile?
The tile, yes.
And so with yours, it's the lowest weapon card will be
The
discarded.
lowest weapon card will be discarded.
Let's hope we
If
don't
there is
draw a
one.
weapon. Tile requires one.
Let's hope so.
Nope. there's
Hunting
one.
terror. We could never know what the demon message was, but those burials at Blake's camp had shown how much importance the beings attached to their dead.
Wait, is there a reason they're mixed up colors?
Yeah, I don't know.
To throw us off.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
The yellow is supposed to be green. The green's supposed to be yellow.
Yeah.
It's probably just to throw us off.
Oh, I don't know why that.
It's the same thing on the board too.
14.
I think it's just because it's so like the city.
The
is-
madness.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
So
Interesting.
we need 14 to 16 guns and 16 to 18 climbing gear.
I can put 3 in of each.
4 gun.
10 gun.
Remember
of
the
each.
lowest,
Ten
gun,
gun.
the
I
lowest
bring this-
thing.
And your gun.
Yep, I bring
All
us
of
to
them.
12 climbing. We need at least 4 more climbing.
I cannot
Can't help.
do
And no
anything.
climbing?
Mm-mm.
No climbing? So we're
It's
gonna
done.
throw them in
We're
there
done
just
talking.
to stop.
Thanks.
Okay. Here we go. We have 14, 13 guns.
Okay. You're going to discard the lowest, and we are good.
Okay. So guns were good, and we have 9, 12 climbing.
That was the best we could do.
Okay, so we succeed, so we get praise, which means what, we get 2. Leadership
Yeah, I
token.
think we
Oh,
got
it's not
two.
one of these?
That's actually good.
I think it's 2
Yeah.
leadership tokens back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually.
Phrase. Yeah, 2 leadership tokens from the start area.
Yep, that's good.
Okay, great.
Alright.
And then we got a penalty to
So how much are we short by?
to the lowest 16. So
So 7.
9, 12.
so 4.
4. Yeah.
Not horrible, not great, but not
It's
horrible.
gonna be
It's
a
all
die
we
roll.
pull it in everything we
It
have.
has to just be a die roll. Discard 2 leadership tokens.
Well,
Or-
back
That
to
was a
where we
wash.
were. Alright.
Yeah.
I think we're still good without resting, it's just we go in without.
Who needs cards?
Oh, I need one.
I need 1 as well.
Woo! Well then.
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need some likes and stuff.
Alright, I cannot re-roll the die. Just remember
Yep.
that. I can't re-roll the die. Alright.
Well, I don't think we have any tokens to do it anyway.
Well,
That's what
I,
you mean.
It's
yeah,
her
but I
thing.
can't
Oh,
have my
it's
little
also her
thing.
thing,
yeah.
Yeah.
Her
I'll
ruin
re-roll
thing.
the die. Okay. So are we just gonna go over to the city, or are we going up?
That's up to you.
I rode over to the city. I just don't know really what's up here, so I don't know if we're
Yeah.
gonna have enough artifacts
I
on
don't
the
think
way
we
up.
have enough
Yeah.
at all right now.
Okay, vote we go that
We
way.
need 2
towards the
left.
city.
No, we need
We
relics.
need those.
Relics.
Yeah,
Oh.
we totally
Yeah,
We only
not
have
those.
2.
That would be
Aren't
great
these
for-
are these artifacts?
No, it's that stuff on the.
Okay.
Yeah, we totally
That's
don't
arcane
have
equipment. Alright.
We only got 2. We got way more injuries. Than that. I mean, we've
Eldritch
been healing,
Mural.
which is great, but
But then, oh yeah.
Some of the old ones in the decadent days had made strange prayers to those mountains. It is 14 to 16 climbing, 16 to 18 crate.
you said 14 to 16.
14 to 16
Here
climbing,
we go.
16
Leave climbing
to
to me.
18 crate.
I can't do anything.
Can't
Sorry,
do
I
Six
anything.
can't.
crate.
Those things.
9 with me. 9 crate. Can we do more crate?
Need 1 more.
Alright.
I can't help it
that's
at all.
So add your stuff. And we are done.
We are getting faster.
Well, I mean, but people not
Okay.
being able to do stuff.
Yeah.
You can't help, or
We have the 16 climbing, and we have 9 crate. So, we get to
Heal.
heal 1.
so that's good. We
Nice.
can get rid of
From
one.
that.
That's we might heal our way into victory.
Hopefully.
Put that in the discard. Alright, and I have no choice but to roll the dice because nobody can take a madness, so
cannot.
and we can't discard a leadership token instead. So
Would,
I have
if
to roll the
the
die.
choice was to discard, wouldn't it just go back to the box?
No.
Okay. So I can't speak for what's in there and what's in your guys' hands. There are 4 injury cards in here. So we need more relics. I mean more.
So-
Oh, we only have. We have to succeed.
Alright, so
roll the
we're gonna
dice,
have
I guess.
to roll.
Oh god.
That's 7. 7.
We totally don't have
Do
to.
that.
And 2, and then what happens?
We lose the game, don't we?
We lose a leadership token, but we can't lose
Oh.
a leadership token unless they're
I think you
discarded
can
one.
you can use it from if it goes to the box. You can take it from either or. I think.
Okay, let's find out here. Resolution phase. Failures. All hunt players have a roll penalty. If you don't have enough cards, return a leadership token to the box instead.
Okay.
Alright, I'm guessing these don't get them. Alright,
So then we should
we're down to
probably
3
rest.
leadership tokens with
Yeah. Draw
2,
phase
3,
first.
4, 5 turns to go.
I need 1.
Draw phase.
I need 3, and well, you
So
here
we
decide
just
who gets what.
decide. You guys can share the.
They can
two
have
that
2
are
and
left.
2, so then everybody
Okay.
has 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And then rest.
And then we are going to rest to the box. These 2 here
And then
and
we shuffle
shuffle
everything.
the-
Okay.
You want to shuffle it since you're the
Yeah,
leader?
sure.
Lovely. Well then.
1, 2, 3, 4. We have to succeed on these last 2.
Well, we have less cards. Everybody has less cards in their hand.
Oh, I've got 3.
Yeah,
Nice.
I
Cooperative, remember?
I've only got a single suit, but if we get that suit, I'll be able to help a lot.
That's great.
That's fabulous. All right.
Well, one place to
Well,
So
yeah,
we're
I
going
don't
up,
think we
yeah.
want to go trouncing around an empty mountain anymore. We've
Yeah.
explored
Here,
everything.
we should wait for Shelby to get.
Oh,
It's okay. It's alright.
I thought this
Well,
part wasn't timed. Is it?
The
No,
reading
it's not.
part.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
We have a tendency to discuss things, though.
I know, 'cause I'm like,
Albino penguins. There were several.
Albino penguins. What? They're all the way on top of the mountain, sitting on the coast, but alright.
There were several of the blind albino penguins. Their fear of the oncoming entity was extreme to the point of unaccountability. We need 16, 18 books, 15 or 17 crates.
I can
I
do
need
9 of that.
I've got
Books.
8
that
books.
thing.
You got 8
That's
books?
right.
I got 8.
10 books.
10 books? What do we got for books? 18?
Oh, 10 book. 10 book. 16 to 18.
I can
Okay,
do
so
9.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect,
so-
you say?
okay.
Perfect?
I did the books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 or 17 crates.
Oh, well, no,
Can't
we
help.
talk because
Oh,
We put 'em down, yeah.
Alright.
I think we're way over on books.
I hope not, because you guys are like, I got
you
it.
put in,
I didn't put
you
any.
probably
I
are-
didn't.
You shouldn't have. We had it.
I thought you were putting in a crate.
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought that's what you were putting in.
No,
was
I said
crate.
I had 9.
She could read
9 of those
something.
square things.
Yeah.
Well, then.
Well, 9 of the
A
square
crate
things
is
are
No,
crates.
I meant the red
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
to be
I
fair,
Oh,
she did
those
say
aren't
you
square.
could read that something.
um,
I can't say it. How many do we blow it by?
A lot.
A lot.
we'll need a calculator.
Well, I think we rested. Now we
Okay, 15, 19, 25.
Well,
Oh
over,
my god.
That's
6.
Yeah.
So we
Wait,
got
20, 25 is more than
5,
6.
Yeah, it's
8.
8 over.
8
Yeah.
And then
over,
is there
and then
nothing
we-
here?
and nothing
No.
there.
16.
So it's 24 cards if we get both of those on the die.
Woo! This is fun.
And I mean, if we get 30 more seconds, can we take cards out? I mean, either way, we're taking a ton of a red. We're just the crate. We're taking a ton of it.
Can we take cards?
Can we
Or-
remove
I
them? I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so.
Yeah.
Once
Once you put
it's
them
down,
down,
it's
you
You
know.
know, once it's in the sled, it's.
Yeah, well,
Those doggies ran off.
and
All
came
right.
back with nothing.
And we can't take any more?
Nope, nobody can take it. If you choose to not take madness, you can.
Oh. Wait, if you choose to take madness, you
Hold
can.
on.
And you're at level 3 already, you would lose a leadership
If all
token.
players
Oh.
already have level 3 madness cards, you cannot choose to take madness.
So
Therefore,
that's
you
it.
must
So we're
choose
on to
to
the
roll
die.
the
Okay.
die it is.
It's nice because I've got the world's best madness.
Oh, okay.
So roll the die.
No choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I should be not. The thing we're hoping the most for right now is loss of confidence.
Yeah.
So you want to say this one is for the crates,
No
Okay.
way.
which we are 8
Over.
15.
8 over.
And we all put in books.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I know,
yeah.
the colors
I know,
are
it's the
different.
color. That's
The
why
colors
Yeah.
they
is
did the
getting you
colors.
off.
So 15.
Yeah, it would be 15 if you're rolling for the crate.
Let's roll for the crate. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh!
Oh, 2 injury instead. Okay, and then for the book, we were 8 over.
Yeah.
So, for that.
8 over. Come on, come on. Oh.
8.
That might have
Alright.
been.
Miscommunication. As
Yeah.
due to madness. As due to madness.
Drawing cards. One for you. One for me.
3 for
Two
me.
for you.
How many?
It's a good thing I didn't throw in mine because I was like, you 2 guys said you had it.
3.
I had
Well,
10.
I guess we're brinking on the edge of madness now, aren't we?
Oh.
I guess that's the only option. Is to get out.
Like, we can go down and try to do all these
No.
challenges
But
without
we
any
just don't
rewards,
get any
and then go all the way
rewards.
back up. But
Because even if they were both relics, we wouldn't have it. So,
Yeah.
so unless there's something crazy good
Yeah.
here,
I hope
we
so.
probably
Let's
lost.
hope so.
But, let's try
Anyway,
Let's try anyway.
who has the?
we're about to get off the mountain at the edge of madness.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
1 knowledge card per success. So if we can get 16 to 20 books, 16 to 10 guns, and 11 to 15 knowledge card. So we can get up to 3.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
good.
that's
Okay,
great.
I've
you
got-
ready?
I've got.
Well, wait.
oh, I've
One
got-
more second. Let me.
What?
Larry,
Read them
she
again.
can't read.
What's I can't see this
So
so
okay,
far.
so you got gun 6 to 10,
6 to 10 gun.
11 to
16
16 crate. You can leave it here and
11 to
everybody can see
16
it.
crate.
And 16 to 20 book.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
I have
I've got crate
8.
all by myself.
I have
Okay,
3
crate. Don't touch crate.
gun.
I have 6 and 3 per gun.
I can help out with 10 of the reedy things.
You have 6 and 3. Just put down the 6 for gun, and that's it. Gun. So now books, reading things. I got 8.
I can do
I got
10.
4.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
it. Between me and you,
okay.
that's it. We're
Okay.
done. Okay.
Crate.
we're done
I got
with
5
everything?
crate. 5 crate.
I can't do
Mm-mm-mm.
anything.
No, don't
Crate,
touch
no,
crate.
no, no,
Don't
we're
touch
done,
crate.
we're done.
Don't touch crate.
Put it on the
Alright.
sled. Boop. And on the sled.
If we got this one, man, this was a score and a
Jesus.
half. And there's no penalty. Oh no, there is a penalty.
Well,
Yeah,
if we
it's
don't-
still
yeah.
the same
But
penalty.
I don't think we got any penalties though.
18 book.
Yes.
So we got the book, and we've got 6 gun. We got the gun, and we've got 12 crate.
Oh
got the
my
crate.
god, yes, we get, what, 1 knowledge per success?
Yep.
That's 3.
Okay, so there's 3 knowledge cards. We're gonna have to discard the leadership tokens left on the sled because it says when you gain this card, draw a madness card. If you already have a level 3 madness, discard a leadership token instead. So everybody has
a level
that.
3, so
Okay, the knowledge says that I can no longer take the rest action phase when I am leader. So 3 of us will no
well,
longer
it won't
take.
matter. 'cause
Well, it
we
won't
don't
matter
have
'cause
any-
we
Yeah.
don't.
So you will win. I'll keep
We'll
it
discard
because I'm the
discard
last.
2
Yeah,
leadership
she
tokens.
decides who they go
Yeah.
to anyways. We each.
How many
you have
injuries
one
are in there?
I
already.
have one already.
You have
I
one
do not
already.
know.
So give it to us 3, or what do you want? That way we all have some kind of.
But then
penalty.
don't we still have 1 leadership token? Oh,
One is
because we
discard.
discard 2.
We have to discard 3 with those cards.
Yeah, so we discard
So
2
we
and then
discard
one of
2
them
and
goes
then one
back
has
to
to
the
go to the
box.
box,
And
'cause
so
we
we still
can't
have
discard
1
it.
rest action.
Okay, so I'll take this because it's not going to get back to me. You'll take it because it won't get back to you, and you'll take it because it will, but you'll be the last
That's
at
her.
least.
How many entry cards are in there?
We just added 2.
this
So was
goes
there
over your
6?
rest phase.
Yeah, 6. If we were counting.
1.
And we just need this to beat.
We
need
need
6 of these.
6 of these cards, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6.
We might have already.
Maybe, depending on the escapees.
Depends if we can heal or not. All right, big.
And draw cards. Just
I need 1.
I need 2.
I need 3.
Wow. Well,
Oh, okay.
there's the open that I get this.
Okay.
Were these shuffled at all?
First escape. Oh no.
Okay, so we heal. So that's good because
Could be,
that's one
yeah.
less card. Okay, but we need a 2 to 5 book. Is this the same way for each one? No, because it would say on the thing 2 to 5 book, a 6 to 10 book, and then a 10 to 12.
So wait, what's the climbing?
2 to 5 book, 6 to 10 book, 10 to 12 climbing.
I've got climbing.
Here we
I
go.
can do
Okay.
3 book.
I got 4 book.
I can do 6 of the rope thing.
Oh, I've got 10 rope thing.
Forget the rope.
Okay.
Climbing,
No,
he's got
No
it.
rope thing.
3 book.
4 book.
I cannot help.
3 books, so you're 1, and you got how much? 4 book. We need more book. Anybody have more book?
No.
Okay, put down
Time's
the books
almost out.
anyways. Go.
On the sled.
Alright, on the sled. So, let's see here. I got a 3 book which fulfills this, and then a 4 book which will miss this one, but we can do it so that it's only a 2 failure.
Hold on. What?
There's
It's 2 book icons.
I know that there's 2 book icons, but is it better to have them both
Go
be
together and
7
succeed
to
one?
be the middle
The
one?
middle,
so we
potentially,
only take
correct.
2 out of
right.
the.
Because that's a 2. That's a 2 loss.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
we
that
got
would be a 2 loss in either too, though. 4,
Oh,
9, 6.
I don't.
Yeah.
but
I
we
don't
get 2 rewards? because we succeeded twice.
No, I think we only get one. It doesn't matter how many successes.
Right, that's right.
Because like the other one.
Okay, so it doesn't matter either way, but I mean that way it's just one roll of die instead of
Right.
two rolls.
So we
Hopefully
heal
we just
one
lose that.
injury out of the deck then.
Okay, so I have to roll die. I don't have a choice.
Roll
So we have to
die.
make it off the mountain
We're
with.
gonna go
With
against
the
the
number of
two.
these more than the injuries.
Okay.
Oh.
No, and I have nothing to reroll.
Two
2
injuries.
injuries it is. Healed one and gained 2.
Well, so,
Yeah, not much I can do about it.
Yeah, that's,
cards.
I need
One
3.
card.
I don't need
I don't need any.
You need 3?
Yep.
I couldn't even discard this time. So that one.
Ooh, this might be something. Okay.
Okay.
Here's a sled on a plane with no tokens.
Here we go. Okay, heal 1. We need 7 crates, 5 to 9 guns, and 5 or 9 crates.
And don't forget her lowest weapon will be dropped off.
So 7 crates first, 5
Oh.
to 9 guns, and then 5 or 9 crates.
5 or 9, not in the middle.
Yep.
I can be of no assistance whatsoever.
I can do a 5 crate and a 5 crate.
I have
and...
the shooty thing all by myself.
Okay.
And I need,
Okay.
oh, but
Oh,
someone
yeah.
needs to throw in
We
something.
need 2 crates.
I can throw in a gun
Okay.
and then a 6 for a crate.
I need 2 crate. Anybody got 2
Can't help with crate.
He's got
6.
6.
It's-
You did.
it
How much
sounds-
do you miss it by?
2.
Have her put it in 'cause she misses it by 1. Take it back.
Wait,
What?
You're gonna miss it.
I put. Can I say what I put in?
No,
If it's-
so there's 2 different crates though. So I had 2 5s is what I had. So I was gonna do 5 for one and 5 for another, and then I needed
Gotcha.
2
So
for.
you needed to drop just 1.
Yeah. So
Alright, understood.
Well,
Sucky.
injury. Okay, cool beans. We got gun and got no crates.
We got 1 crate.
7.
or a
Right.
5 or a 6.
5
9.
or 9.
Yeah.
Poop.
So
Bad
heal
luck.
1.
One, but then we have 2.
Roll
Okay, so this
2
one.
dice.
So I'll roll for that first one.
Discard 1 card. Come on, discard 1 card. Really? This is a 1 in 6 chance, Cat. No, 1 in 6 chance. Alright.
I'll put 2 there and.
And here's
Lost.
this one, which has into it.
5.
Perfect.
Is it the lowest or the highest?
The lowest.
The lowest?
It's
It gave us
Just
that
perfect.
option.
Lovely. Well, we got 1 more, so.
It will do draw and then rest.
Well, we can't rest.
yeah,
I
you
can
can.
rest.
Yes, this can be discarded out of this. Can be put in the box out of the discard pile.
It's up to you guys, but I mean,
Rest.
fundamentally, we got 1 more turn to go.
Yeah,
So if you
might
can.
as well just do it.
Anybody need? There's roll.
I've got 1. I need
I
1.
need 1.
You don't need any.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we don't
so
even need the
exactly
rest.
perfect.
I mean, we can, but.
Yeah. Alright. Resting.
Well, I mean, if we fail on this next one,
Yeah.
So
I
don't
know
rest.
it
And we
doesn't.
can't
It doesn't
roll the
really
dice.
matter. We can't
I'm taking a
use.
wild guess. The next one is another heal.
Yeah. We can't
But-
use any.
Hey, what do you know? No reward whatsoever. All right. Are you kidding me?
4s.
All right.
Oh,
so,
holy.
you are who's the leader?
Jade.
Sorry.
Me.
It's all you.
Okay.
As last.
Books. 5 or 7, but not 9. For crates, 7 or 9, but not 5. For climbing equipment, 5 or 9, but not 7.
Go.
I can do
touch-
crate on my own.
Don't touch climbing equipment.
Climbing, don't touch.
Don't touch it.
All
Crate,
right.
don't touch.
I'm out.
So now we got what?
Book. Anybody got book?
Book. Can't tell.
Mm-mm.
Can't help.
Nobody's got any
Okay,
book.
here we
I'll
go.
lose anyway.
On the sled.
Alright.
decisions are fast when you have no options.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we have no book. We have 7 crates, so we succeeded. Yay on that. And then we got 5 climbing equipment, but nobody had any book.
Nope.
Roll the
So-
dice.
This was
Taking
my last hand.
This is my last
20,
hand, too.
21 climbing. I mean, I'm like,
1 penalty, right? And that's what we're taking. Injury. 2 injury added.
watch.
No way.
Insult to
we
injury is what
completely
we're
lost.
No,
We
no.
completely
Alright, so
lost.
let's look at the wind conditions here. What do we got going on?
Okay, so the
So we
wind
make it off the
conditions-
mountain. We're alive.
We are on the 3rd escape tile at the end of our turn. We managed to escape the mountain. We gathered fewer relic cards than there are injury cards in the equipment deck. A discard in all players' hands combined. We lose the game. You returned alive, certainly, but at what cost? The few scientific discoveries are not worth the heavy losses you suffered. How many relic cards?
This is what we're getting at, because now we use
How
our
many
tenure.
injury
1,
cards
2,
do we have?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We had 8.
What was it? Oh, this was
9.
discard.
9.
Embarrassed by the failure of the expedition, we are forced to resign our post at the university. The end.
Disgraced.
And
All
then
right.
we'll just send another group of.
So I'm gonna go over these madnesses here real quick. Touch this stuff.
My last one was awesome.
They're
My
coming.
last one.
That was my first one. I can only whisper.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got that because I
That's
was like,
not too bad.
No. Forgetful. I
That
can
was
only
mine.
hold 1 card at a
And
time.
yeah, so my cards were like here.
I
can only
didn't
hold
see
it.
those. Man. Cheerleader at the start. At
Yeah.
the start of the sand timer, I give high fives to all other
Oh my
players.
God.
I
had to
yell while speaking.
but I'm so soft spoken. I yell. It's like normal.
This one's blank.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, does that
Yeah.
mean I don't do
Congratulations.
I got a blank one too.
Oh, that's our
Sign
regular
language.
own,
I never say a
Oh,
number.
your
I
own,
instead
yeah.
use my fingers. That
Yeah,
was
that
you.
was my
Pacifist. When somebody says weapon, I shout and then stay quiet until the
No
end.
one said weapon. Everyone
That
said
one-
gun.
Mine,
Yes.
mine was behind the shed. So if somebody said tool, but you guys kept saying climbing.
Yeah.
So I'm
Same
Alright.
thing. I was like,
Mine
yeah.
did not work.
Yours was crate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, same thing. So tired. I stay seated on the ground. That had to be you. You got a blank one for that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I think I did this in reverse, but I was confused if it's just during the timer phase or not. But I can't look. I keep my eyes closed and only open them when I play cards. So I wasn't sure. Can I like open them to hand them, or should I
Oh,
keep
when
them
you
closed the
play
entire
cards.
game
Yeah.
and then only
Oh.
open them during the
Yeah, I think
No,
But
because the
his just
magnet
said-
cards only. Yeah.
during the timer?
But
So I
hers
wasn't sure.
her
Does
card
it?
would overrule.
Oh, so
and
then I
yours.
screwed that up bad.
Yep. All right.
Sorry.
peanut butter. Keep my tongue on my mouth. It was starting to hurt after a while.
I believe it. I believe it.
Obviously, mine was can't concentrate. I can never say the type of card. Instead, I have to say things.
And my last one, clarifying, when somebody asks a question, I repeat it and ask, is that right? I only respond if they confirm. Nobody asked me a question. They were just asking a question in general. So I was
So
like,
you're like, oh, good.
yeah, because I was like,
Yeah.
wait, is that what you said? Really? Is that right?
okay.
No, it's some craziness in this thing. So
Yeah.
cool. That got hard, man.
Hard but fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked
I mean, I
it.
enjoyed it, and the components are really good. It's just it's like any Cthulhu game. It kicks your teeth, and it's like, okay.
But it's fun because then you're like, I think we can do this again next time.
Yeah, communication is essential, and
So here, just
We're
Yeah.
doing a lot better up here.
yeah,
So
we
we
figured
figured
it
it
out.
out.
We figured
Like-
it out. We're like, okay.
cool. All right, guys. Well, so next week we got another early release title that we're going to be playing. It was a smash success at Gen Con. It's called Bunny Kingdom by IELLO again. It's part of this Premier Elite release thing. These games aren't coming out till the end of beginning of October. No, online November 1st, and in brick and mortar stores on the 26th. But some stores are part of that Elite thing, like kind of like we are. So if you really want them, you can go definitely buy them right now in those stores. That was my sales pitch. I hope this recorded. We'll catch you guys in a week. All right. Bye.
Bye.